History, as we know it, tells a very interesting story. It tells us that civilization started in Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. We learn that this is where farming, cities and writing began around 3,500 years before Christ. Sumer, with its amazing ziggurats and cuneiform tablets, is a big part of this story. We believe that this fertile crescent is where the seeds of human civilization were first planted. But what if there's more to the story? What if the first civilization was somewhere else, hidden by time and old ways of thinking? Could it be that ancient India, known as Hindustan, holds secrets even older than the great Sumerian civilization? This isn't just a guess. Interesting clues found in archaeological sites and hidden within ancient Indian texts hint at a possibility that could change how we see history. It seems the story of civilization is not over yet. As we look further back in time, we need to be ready to question what we think we know and accept the possibility of a much older and more connected past. The search for the true cradle of civilization is far from over, and the answers might be in the East. For many years, the Western world has seen history in a certain way, often putting Europe and the Near East in the center. This Eurocentric perspective has shaped how we understand the past, influencing everything from our textbooks to what we see in museums. However, this traditional view is being challenged by more and more evidence coming from the East, especially from India. Ancient India, with its rich and ancient culture, has long held traditions and stories that speak of a civilization much older than what is commonly believed. These accounts, often dismissed as myths or legends, are now being looked at again with new archaeological discoveries and scientific dating techniques. The whispers from the East are getting louder, asking us to rethink what we thought we knew about the beginnings of civilization. Could it be that the roots of human civilization go deeper and wider than we ever imagined? Could ancient Hindustan, a land full of tradition and spirituality, hold the key to unlocking a more complete and accurate understanding of our shared past? The evidence, as we will see, suggests that this is a possibility worth exploring. The Indus Valley civilization, with its famous cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, has long been recognized as one of the world's earliest urban civilizations. Dating back to around 2500 BC, this advanced culture had impressive city planning, sanitation systems, and a written language that we still can't decipher. But the Indus Valley civilization might just be the beginning. Recent archaeological digs, especially in Gujarat in western India, have found evidence of settlements dating back to 7000 BC or even earlier. These findings, which include pieces of pottery, tools, and the remains of buildings, suggest that a well-developed culture existed long before Mesopotamia. The discovery of underwater settlements near the coast of India further supports the idea of a much older civilization in the region. These archaeological discoveries, while still being studied and interpreted, paint a convincing picture of a civilization that thrived in ancient Hindustan thousands of years ago. The evidence challenges the traditional timeline of civilization and opens up the possibility that the roots of human society might be deeper in the East than we previously thought. The archaeological evidence is further supported by ancient Indian texts that speak of a vast and ancient civilization. The Vedas, a collection of sacred hymns and texts considered to be among the oldest surviving literature in the world, contain descriptions of a sophisticated society that thrived along the banks of the Saraswati River. This river, now believed to have dried up around 2000 BC, is described in the Vedas as a mighty waterway that played a crucial role in the development of ancient Indian civilization. The Mahabharata and the Ramayana, two epic poems central to Hindu mythology, also contain accounts of kings, cities, and events that suggest a long and rich history. While often viewed through the lens of mythology, these texts offer tantalizing glimpses into the past and may contain historical kernels that can shed light on the antiquity of Indian civilization. By carefully analyzing these texts and comparing them with archaeological findings, researchers are beginning to piece together a more complete picture of ancient Hindustan. The echoes of a distant past, preserved in these ancient texts, provide valuable insights into the beliefs, practices, and achievements of a civilization that may have predated Mesopotamia.